I'm Sam, and this is Amazing Travels. Week 10 in Berlin, I kicked it off with a game of squash. I played with George and Alex. I had never played squash before, and I gotta be honest, when I walked into the squash hall, also known as racquetball, I was like, this is gotta be a joke. Tennis, but not really, but like badminton, but not really. Plus there were like a bunch of old fogies in there, and I'm like, of course I got this. I got this, no problem. Alex had reserved to court for 45 minutes, and I got the hang of the game, and it was really fun. I enjoyed it a lot, and I'm like, oh, we can do this all the time. I didn't feel like I quite got a workout because I've been running every day, so I was like, oh, okay, this is like a little start and stop. All right, no big deal. Oh, hell no. My ass was so sore from racquetball, it was kind of embarrassing. I woke up out of bed and I'm like, oh, what is that? I'm telling you people, racquetball is no joke. After recovering from the racquetball fiasco on Wednesday, Alex and I went to the gym, worked out a little bit, lifted some weights, trying to get the guns in shape for spring, and then we went for a run. After that, I was pretty pooped, and so we didn't do anything. We just chilled, watched a movie, and were bums the rest of the day. We earned it, right? Thursday, I went to the gym with Anna, woke up early in order to get in there and work some of the muscles. We went into the sauna at Superfit, which is the first time I had done that at the gym. I had never really gone looking for it, but Anna was a big believer in it. She says it's good for your muscles. Good for your muscles, horrible for my contacts, even worse for my water bottle. I felt it was like melting in there. I probably drank some toxic plastic after that. It was pretty relaxing. There were a lot of naked people though. I myself included, because you have to be naked to go in there. So it's a very interesting thing. Later on Thursday, I tutored Lydia in English. That went very well. And then I met up with Sergio to go to a comedy show. I had won some tickets from Anglo Info Berlin. The comedians were really funny. Don't know any of their names, but the first guy, he was American. He was from New York and absolutely hilarious. And then the lady who was before the last guy, peeing my pants from how funny she was. She was somewhere from the UK. The accent kind of escaped me, I'm not sure. Don't think she was Scottish, I'm pretty sure she was English, but what she definitely was hilarious, and I want her in my room performing all the time so that I can get a six-pack from laughing. Friday, I woke up with a pain in my hamstring, but I thought it was just soreness from leg weights the day before, and I decided I'm gonna go for a run anyway. It's a beautiful day outside. I'm gonna go to the park, go for a run. I ran along the river, and my plan was to run back, which I did, but not without a lot of pain. Turns out I did injure my hamstring a bit. After the run, I was limping the whole weekend. I pushed myself a little too far. Probably comes to no surprise that I am injured, of course, for those of you that know me especially. And what's even worse was that on Saturday we went bowling, and well, compensating for the hamstring that was injured, I tried to do a little bowling move and I totally strained something on the other leg. What the heck? Just gotta slow it down. Anyway, Saturday, I got in the car with Alex, his parents, and his sister, and we drove to Eisleben, which, if you remember, is where Martin Luther was born and died. It's a cute, tiny town. The occasion was Alex's grandfather's birthday. We went to a restaurant in a hotel. I had this delicious turkey steak, I think it's called, Putin steak. I think it's turkey steak. Anyway, it was breaded, fried, apricot on top of it to make it a little sweet, and then cheese on top of that to make it even better. Wow. And then there was these little potato roasty things that they looked like icing, the shape of icing, but they were fried. Oh, say no more. After lunch, we had to walk off all that food, so we walked around Eisleben a little bit. We got back to Alex's grandparents' house, and his grandma had laid out a feast of sweets. A feast. There were eclairs, 2 different kinds of cakes, donut holes with filling inside of them. This woman had everything. She was ready. Mind you, we had just eaten 2 hours ago, so I was pretty full. But of course, you have to make room for the sweets. You just push everything aside and you're like, yeah, totally have room for this. No, I don't. Doesn't matter. No, you don't. Doesn't matter. No, you don't. But it's delicious. Please don't do this to yourself. But I have to. We literally rolled out of Alex's grandparents' place into the car. After all that food, it was a little bit tighter in there, I'm sure. 2 hours later, we were back in Berlin, and that's when we went bowling, and I injured my other leg. Sunday, we went to go celebrate Melly's birthday at a cafe. It was 12 of us or so. I had what I think is a typical German breakfast. A lot of different rolls, jams, cheeses, wursts, and salamis and stuff. Sat there, chatted for 3 hours or so, drank coffees and teas and yada yada. It was really nice. Then I went home and waited for Alex to get back from work. a beautiful 60-something degrees outside. Alex came home and he attempted to take me to a castle. Attempted because when we got there, it was closed. Why don't they put this stuff on the website? You drive an hour out of your way, you want to see this magnificent castle, and it's closed for whatever reason. Repairs. Who cares if it's 1,000 years old? Leave it be. It's fine. Instead, we parked the car and went walking through this little forest and found a beautiful open field where we just laid down and napped for about an hour as the sun shined on us. Oh, it was gorgeous. Perfect day to do that. Later that night, we went to the Dicke Wirten, which you must know that I went to a lot of times last year. If you've been watching my blogs for a while, you know that the Dicke Wirten is one of my favorite restaurants in Berlin, if not my favorite. They give you this mega whopping huge schnitzel. And yesterday, I lucked out and got to have a schnitzel twice the size of the mega huge whopping normal schnitzel. Why, you ask? There were 6 of us and we all ordered our food, and for some reason, mine came out first. The waiter lays the schnitzel right in front of me and I was waiting for everyone else to get their food, being polite. And a few minutes goes by and no one else gets their food. You know, usually it's pretty quick, everyone gets it. The waiter comes back and he's like, "Oh, I'm sorry, this isn't yours." Picks it up and turns to the table right next to us and hands it to the lady at that table. Okay, good thing I didn't touch it or eat it or spit on it or sneeze or anything like that, because that guy is eating my schnitzel now. That would never happen any of the restaurants I know back at home. You give the food to someone and then you pick it up and put it on the plate on the table next to the table where it was just at. I'm sure it happens all the time, but not so obviously. So the waiter felt bad that he teased me with a schnitzel, so he brought me this tiny little cookie and gave it to me. He was like, "I'm sorry." I was like, "Oh, that's so sweet." And then to make up for it even more, the waiters come out with the entire table's food this time. And I was like, "Oh, so is that an actual schnitzel?" And he's like, "Yes, and this one's especially for you." Lays it down on the table and it's like a 10-pound plate of schnitzel. I had double the amount of schnitzel of everyone else, of all my friends at the table who ordered schnitzel. Incredibly, I ate 3 of the 4 schnitzels placed on my plate. Pretty impressive. After the restaurant, we went for a walk in the Holocaust Memorial, which I had never been to at night, but I really recommend you to go at night. During the day, it's also a great place. You get lost in there and it's beautiful. But at night, you just feel so much more vulnerable because you don't know what's coming around the next corner because it's dark. So it's a little scary, and I feel like it's a better representation of what the artist intended. It was just brilliant. A great way to end the weekend. Here is the week in review. Wait.
Where's my pen?
I thought you were studying.
I am studying.
Where's your phone now?
I don't have it. What the fuck?
Such a lie. Where is it?
My phone. No, it's not here. She's lying. Whatever she'll tell you, no, it's not true. I'm studying hard. Look what she's doing to me.
Playing Candy Crush.
No, I'm trying to study.
Really, why don't you roll over a little bit more?
Excuse me, I'm trying to study. Fuck. Go away. I just want to study. I will never get a job because of you.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Stop it now. She just won't let me study. No, don't blame it on the China noodles. They're good.
In his defense, I wouldn't want to study either anyway, so now I'm on my way to the comedy show with Sergio. I want to show everybody where this club is that we're going.
I have a feeling she's gonna...
It's this.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Are you gonna rape me in there? Are you gonna steal my organs?
Right.
Are you gonna drug me?
It was really sketchy to get in there. Like, there was just a sign on the door that said comedy. You know, that doesn't sound too safe, but it turned out to be all right. This was the super hilarious lady, and the guy before was the funny guy. And here I am at Kai's house on Friday. We're playing Phase 10 again. I actually won this time. It was awesome. And this was our first obstacle in going to Eisleben. That truck, in our way, we had to go over the curb to get out. These are really cool books from Alex's grandmother. They're like family books. And one of them is from like the era where the Nazis still were like ruling Germany, and the other one was from the DDR. So it was like really cool, like history in our hands. That is the car we rented to go to Eisleben. Pretty sweet ride, gotta admit. Here's a nice, beautiful view from the lake where we ate at the hotel. and we're just hanging out, enjoying the view. Here is another view of the lake, and those people hanging out in that awesome cafe, right? In summer? Whoa. That's a goose, no?
No, it's a swan.
I always call them geese. They're really mean. Like, they will peck at those birds, at the ducks. One time it chased me. I don't like those.
It's the prettiest, look.
Let me introduce you to this fearless lady right before us. Look at that. What the fuck? I would be so scared. But she's
Cool. She's pro.
Hell to the nah. I ain't dealing with no wild animals and things. Yep, this is Eisleben, the cute little town. Nothing was open, which I'm like, if nothing's open on Saturday, when are things open? I don't know. This is the square, the Luton Square. I'm sorry, Luther Square, Luton. What am I saying? And that is him right there, standing proud. Of course. And now this is another thing of Luther. I'm not sure if you can tell, they're really into Martin Luther here. So we are just walking through the town. It's very nice and cute, as you can tell. That is where Luther was born. Oh no, where he died. Martin Luther? Is he your hero?
Why?
I asked. It's either yes or no.
No, that's a stupid game.
This is the feast, the sweets feast that Alex's grandma had prepared. And this is Alex watching a soccer game on his phone because he just couldn't wait. This is the bowling alley, and we had quite a lot of fun there. Look at these lanes. Oh yeah, look at the people. Oh yeah. Now this is just Berlin on a beautiful day. A bunch of graffiti. Oh, and the Alexanderplatz TV tower. Now, this guy was singing country music. Okay, I couldn't believe it. We slowed down. Look at him. Cowboy hat, American flag, country music. Berlin license plate though, so I was real confused. This is the castle we tried to go to. So it's closed. Another view of the castle we had to miss out on, but we saw from the gate. So we're in this field. I want to sit in it. So I'm going to give Alex my jacket so he could sit on it because he's such a little girl princess.
It's cold.
It's cold. Does everyone else see how sunny it is out here? Beautiful sunny field out there. Look at that. Right on a lake. There he is. Like I said, sitting on my jacket because I love him. Dang, who's this guy? This is a very artistic shot. What are you doing? Make a cool face.
Oh, you meant me. Like, I did. I was making a cool face.
Alex works here. That's about it. I had never seen it, so he took me. So, my order was messed up, so instead of getting a normal size schnitzel, aka mine, this one, I got this one. Yeah, naturally. Here I am at the Holocaust Memorial. You see it's very eerie, very nice though, very cool. And now at the Brandenburg Gate, of course, it never gets old, that view. And we're walking over here to the Reichstag. Check it out, beautiful.